Hello, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to use our knowledge of conductors and non-conductors to build our own component and introduce it into the circuit. So, the component we're going to build is called a switch. Up until now, if we want to disconnect anything from our circuit, if we want to stop the flow of current, which is if we want to open our circuit, we have to disconnect a wire. But this is not how we do things in our houses. We have switches that we turn on and off in order to open and close the various circuits in our devices. So what we're going to do is to use our concept of conductors and non-conductors to build our own electronic component called a switch, which we're going to introduce into our circuit. We already know that conductors allow the flow of current and non-conductors don't allow the flow of current. Using this idea, we are going to build a device that can allow us to easily, with a flip of a finger, allow current to flow through our circuit or not allow current to flow through our circuit. Let's go ahead and build it. So you're first going to need your switch pad, and then you're going to need our thumbtacks. Remember when we tested the thumbtacks, we realized that these thumbtacks are conductors, and so did we realize with the paper clip. Place your thumbtack through the paper clip this way, such that the two are attached. Okay? Place the thumbtack through the paper clip so that the two are attached. Be careful with it because it might easily hurt you because it has a pointed edge. Now place the thumbtack into the switch pad such that it tightly holds the paper clip in place. So this is what you get. Note that up here, when the paper clip touches the thumbtack, current will flow through. So if we connect our connecting wire, our male connecting wire, we place it underneath this thumbtack such that there's contact between the thumbtack and the wire, current is going to flow to this thumbtack and flow through our paper clip. But until our paper clip touches the other thumbtack, because the switch pad is not conductive, it's not going to allow any current to flow. So if we connect our other connecting wire to this second thumbtack, then we've created a really simple system such that if our paper clip touches the other thumbtack, current will flow from the first thumbtack through the paper clip, through the second thumbtack, back into our connecting wire, and current will flow through our circuit. But if you open it, then current will flow through the first thumbtack, flow through the paper clip, but because the paper clip is not connected to the other thumbtack, there will be no current. So let's try that and see. See? Now we have a closed circuit. Current is flowing through. Let's see what happens when we open the circuit. Let me make this a bit more tight here. And again, you might also experience this while building your switch. So make sure you make it as tight as possible. Okay? An open switch, a closed switch. So one other thing that you need to also note is to make sure you play around with your switch to ensure that every connection is made very well. So an open switch, a closed switch. It is really exciting that we've created our own component. What other components do you think you could create? Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. In the next tutorial, let's open our circuit here and let's close it again. This is really exciting. We built our own component. Okay, in the next tutorial, we are going to learn about another interesting component called the capacitor. It's a component that can